All right, Dorky Dad and myself have been doing some testing on the brand new Asgardian team. What do you think? What's your overall impression with this team? Good, bad, neutral, the best?
I'm very impressed by this team. I think they're going to be the equivalent to what Young Avengers was. They require very specific counters, and they're going to be very strong off-war defense. Say in Crucible, in Tower, you can use them in Scourge event on certain nodes. I think they're going to have good value overall in the game.
Yeah. All right, and they're definitely not broken. And what I mean by that is that they're insanely two tappable. Like if you run into a problem with a big team, you probably can two tap it. It feels like the team doesn't have that annoying mechanic like Heroes for Hire where they're so fast and your team wipes before you can take a turn. That doesn't happen. And if you can eliminate a couple members on one attack and then finish off the last three, or if you can get rid of Valkyrie, then the match becomes a lot easier. So we're going to go, and then we found a hard counter. We're going to get into that. There is a absolutely destroy them counter that we're going to be using 99% of the time. Would you not agree?
Oh yeah, it's very fun. It's
Yes.
a very fun counter.
Okay. Black Order gets destroyed. Let's just put that out. And this right here, Astonishing X-Men gets destroyed, right? Then we have Infinity Watch. Now, I was able to win with this matchup. I'm not going to play it because it's tedious to watch. But here's the problem. Infinity Watch is very useful in other places, and it's not that useful here because of Valkyrie's passive basically shuts down the Nebula assist. So it's a long matchup, and you can win it, but I don't think it's a... What was your take on Infinity Watch?
It felt like doing Infinity Watch versus Heroes for Hire when they added Shang-Chi. It feels very sketchy. It takes like 3-4 minutes.
Correct.
It's you want to land your abilities, but you can't because of, well, it's not crazy resist this time. It's safeguard with immunity. And then so Infinity Watch struggles a lot with that combo.
Yeah. I just don't recommend it. I think your Infinity Watch is better used somewhere else. Unlimited X-Men. So I put that in yesterday's video. If you look at my Rogue gameplay video, I did this matchup. They do win. It's a long matchup. The advantage that you have in this matchup is whoever you target first with Rogue. Let's say you target Valkyrie, then Gambit pings her, even though Sif is taunting. So anyway, Shadowlands garbage. I could not get Shadowlands to work at all. And all right, so this is the hard counter. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
And so
I think I got time for this one.
You have time for this one? Oh my God, this is the hard counter for it. And I'm gonna run it with Hela and Emma. But what should I run it without Hela and Emma? Yeah, I just run it with the three.
Yeah, just run it with the three.
All right, yeah. Okay, check this out. We're gonna go in with three-man: Loki, Cersei, Icarus. Explain why Loki's so important for this matchup.
He gets extra damage put on whoever you targeted with Cersei, getting them low enough for Icarus to get the double tap. And even at these balanced power levels, it's devastation.
More importantly, Cersei goes first, so that way Icarus gets the guaranteed double tap. Double tap is the way I see it. You know, because Cersei going first means that Icarus is gonna have, you know, a guaranteed explode Thor. Let's say, right? There's somebody needs to get exploded right here. And the match is probably over after this. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, don't blink.
Yeah, don't blink. So it is a hard counter and get wrecked as Guardians. Now, which is phenomenal in a way because I didn't show the Infinity Watch match, but this team is good. Just not a good against Eternals, right? It's just that Eternals is a hard counter.
Yeah, make no mistake. If this team pulls Eternals, that's still a win because then that Eternals team can't be used to, say, clean up a dorm hold or whatever else you were going to use them for. They're still like an S tier team, just the two Eternals. So this is a good pull. And we don't know how it'll act on live server, but everyone has a giant Icarus, so I assume this is going to be consistent on live.
Yeah, and so this is they're testing on this is problematic in two ways. All the characters are balanced, which is not normally how you play the game, right? Like my Loki will never be the same power as my Icarus and Cersei, right? So they're balanced here, and then also This has all the T4, so they're all 77775. They're all blue ISO 3, and it's just not a realistic situation. Now, A-Force with Doom, which is right now primarily a Young Avengers counter. What's going to match with this? And the other problem with testing in this situation is that we don't get the room bonuses or the global buffs, right? It's huge, right?
Oh, it's gigantic. Yeah, especially on a team like A-Force, where they actually benefit from things like deflect.
Yeah. All right, so talk about this matchup here for a minute.
So, well, I played a little bit differently than what you just did. So, but it doesn't matter. The way your Nico works is she has 3 different characters that she's going to just cover with debuffs. You see there Thor, Jane Foster, and whoever you targeted. Now you targeted the Sif because she still had immunity, so she didn't get it. But if you switch up those ISOs to what you probably have on live, you basically get to kill 3 of their members with absolutely no resistance, because Valkyrie's passive, where she heals everybody, gives them a bunch of buffs, will not go onto the targets that Nico covered with debuffs. Okay. But as you see here, it doesn't matter because Doom is gonna go boom.
All right, so what you're saying is there's a better way of playing this, and which I actually want to strip some of those death proofs right there, and so Heimdall will be the last one left, and this will be over, right?
Yeah.
So the way to beat this team mostly and now we can just put it on auto, is to blow up multiple characters at one time. Because what happens is if you kill one character off, Valkyrie's passive presents a situation that's super annoying, where you basically have a fully boosted 4-man team. As soon as, let's say, Sif dies or Thor dies, then you've got, like, it's kind of annoying, right? I feel like we should show the team not being easy to play against as well. We're gonna get into that because, well, because we're just showing the teams that we found that actually work rather than the ones that didn't work. I mean, I guess we could do that with Black Order, right? Black Order can show. Do you think that's a good matchup to show how the team is actually very strong?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they are a very good team, and you're gonna get blindsided by it. It's just that we've gone through and kind of eliminated all the bad, the bad decisions, if you will. And, and then you're like, wow, this team sucks. Eternal rocks over it. Well, they do, as far as that goes. All right, so I don't even think there's a right way of doing this. Like, you're going to see it's just going to go bad. And Black Order's not a small team, right?
Yeah, lots of people have them super big, but I think if you wanted this matchup to somehow work, you're looking at like 500k punch downs at best.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see Thor just starts like smacking, Lady Thor just starts smacking, and you're done.
Yeah, between Jane and Thor, and even if I can get through Thor right here, it's not going to matter because and I kind of want to see if I can get through him right here, right? And maybe I will be able to. Okay, this is what happens right here. They all go full. See what happened right there? They all go back to full health, and they're fully buffed, all the negatives, and then you're in trouble. Now, if you can get through Valkyrie first, that's fine, right? Because then that won't happen. It'll happen the first time, but it won't happen the second time. Does that make sense the way I explained it? Like, if you can get through Valkyrie on the first kill, this will still happen, but on the next kill, won't. But as long as Valkyrie is alive at the time of the death, the first death, then this just keeps. The team goes. It's almost like a miniature, but not as garbagey Heroes for Hire mechanic. Anyways, I'm gonna put this on auto. I don't think there's a way of winning this at all. I mean, I could try, but I think the only way to win it, possibly, what do you think, is get through Valkyrie first? I'm not sure, because Thor would still wreck nerds. Yep.
Yeah, you don't get that option. As soon as you get someone to that level where Sif taunts, then you're screwed. Which I think, well, she just took a turn, so she lost it. But again, you're gonna drop somebody here, and then there you go. Now she has the disrupt or the immunity, the defense up, and the taunt, and you're bleeding out characters. Your Ebony Maw is already down, and Lady Thor is about to just lay it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then when she does her thing, she just kind of destroys everybody. Anyways, the team is good. Against like conventional teams. I want to get through some of the other teams that we kind of got to work that may require further testing, or maybe there's like a little trick to it. We're going to get to that here in a moment. I'm just going to throw this on autoplay because this is pretty much over, which I believe is going to be Uncanny X-Men and Zemo Factor. They just kind of work. Would you put those in that category? They work sometimes?
Yeah, they're the kind of team where you use them in practice mode and it's great, and then you go and try and use them on the live server, and all of a sudden the buff rooms and boosts and all that kind of stuff, just it kind of messes with your plans. So
Right.
they're in that kind of works category.
All right, so we're going to do Uncanny X-Men. I think I got this to work once. It just depends, right? The idea here is if you can blow up 3 members at once, including Valkyrie, then the match is good. But if you pick them off one at a time, it's not good. And the idea here is that you get massive AoE from Storm, but there's also a problem with Thor stunning the entire team. So largely the matchup, I believe, right here comes down to whether or not Thor gets stunned or not. Let's see. He did not get stunned. I have a feeling that this is not going to go well. It's just not going to go well. I'm going to target Thor because I don't want him to get all that extra charges, right? You know, they just target him instead rather than somebody else. We don't have a choice here, so we're going to go after the whole team because we got to get the charges. All right. I'm going to just I kind of want them to kill Phoenix, so we're just going to do the ultimate on Colossus. All right, and then they're gonna kill Phoenix, which is good. All right, and then let's see if we can strip that away and maybe get to Thor.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so Thor's coming in, but we definitely do not want Thor to take a turn. So we're gonna go after Thor. We just don't want him to do his stun and blow up the whole team. All right, get wrecked, nerds. I always love doing this on 1X because it's just so much fun to me. I just like my favorite thing to do. All right, I believe we got a W here, right? I mean, it feels like a W, and because we just have to kill them once and we're good to go. Let's put a taunt. I'm gonna go for Thor first. There we go. All right, so that's the move right there where all the stuns come in. All right, so we got a W. I actually didn't think that would work, but I feel like it's kind of random. I think you have to kind of target Thor to prevent him from getting that bonus turn meter, and you know, if he stuns the whole team or stuns Storm before she does her AoE, the match is kind of over. This is kind of like I think you said this earlier, kind of like X Factor versus Young Avengers. It kind of works in theory, but not really. Would you say it's the same type of thing?
Yeah, like X Factor or Z Factor worked great against Young Avengers, and then everyone tried to use it on live, and just one little thing would go wrong. One person would get a deflect before Longshot got to use his ultimate, or there was some kind of buff from Scroll Girl would just kind of slide in because there was a variance in how the team was built, the Young Avengers. So I think that's going to be exactly the kind of scenario you're looking at with Uncanny against Asgard's.
All right, Secret Avenger Kestrel did not work for me. I don't know if you did not work at all. Like they get destroyed. Weapon X worked, but why would you do that? Right? You know what I mean? You can't. If you have Darkhold, even if you don't have Stormhold, but just Darkhold, you need to save them for Darkhold. And then lastly, you're gonna walk me through this matchup because I don't understand it. I couldn't get it to work. Zemo Factor. All right, we're gonna try it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
And it's very similar to the Uncanny, where it has to line up where you kill 2 or 3 members right away.
All right. So first things first, who are we gonna ability block? Thor.
Yeah, let's get the ability block.
Yeah,
on
let's
Thor.
ability block Thor. Yeah, and I feel like keeping Thor, and then we want to get the defense downs, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Then we want to. See, I feel like here, if there was a way to like blow through a Valkyrie, it would be a W. But he has offense down because they spawn with offense down, right? So it might as well just put hit everybody.
Yep.
All right, and then we got to bring everybody together. All right, and this. Okay, so then we're gonna try to bring out all the dupes. And with the dupes, we're going to strip away. She actually can lose taunt pretty quickly. Like
she lacks focus or resistance, rather.
All right, what do you think right here? AoE with Shatterstar, and hope I get through 2 of them.
That's what I would do, yeah. Or you wait till Polaris. It would get some lives, or it would depend on who you have built bigger.
All right.
But yeah, go
What,
for the
what,
ult.
what do you think we do right here? Wait for Polaris or AoE right here with Shatterstar?
You AoE with Shatterstar. Let's see if you can kill that Jane Foster and Valkyrie.
Yeah, let's see. This is really, it's going to come down to if we get kills right here, because if not, it's going to be a problem. All right, we got through Jane. All right, so we didn't get through Valkyrie, so that means we're going to have to basically see how they go back to full health and fully buffed. So it's kind of annoying, but I don't think this is impossible right here.
No, I think you hit auto at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want to get through Valkyrie if you can, but you know, to make the match less annoying going forward. But it's just gonna they're gonna they go back to full health, so like you can't like take see as soon as Sif dies, the other two will go back to fully buffed and fully health. All right, boy, look at that.
Multiple Man is really bad. Son of Multiple Man, so no more dupes are coming out. Valkyrie's gonna kill somebody probably.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who we. I'm gonna go for Thor because I think that's better. It doesn't matter. Ouch. All right, here we go. So it works. It's working basically. I think for me, what I learned from all of my testing is I'm gonna use Eternals. That's what I learned.
Yeah, me too.
Right, that's just the way it plays. Anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, make sure you check out me and Mobile streams tonight if this is posted already.
Yeah.
And 8 p.m. Eastern, because you're gonna see a boomer beatdown.
It's been that way for the last 3 or 4 of them, right? But you never know. Yeah. So both of us are playing it. Both Torquay Dad and myself are in like would you say we're in like both in a top 5 alliance in the game, and we play against each other, and it's Kraken Whale Wars. Where both of us are like tagging along with our alliance mates, right? These mega Krakens or something, right? It's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking up from the flight decks at our guys with the 1.4 million every team.
Yeah, we're both flight decks, right? I'm in a flight deck.
Oh, yeah.
Are you in a flight deck? Yeah, I'm in a flight deck. It is what it is. All right, guys, be sure to check out Dorky Channel. I'll link to his stream in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.